So let's take a look at a forever loop where we stop it after a certain amount of valid input results. Otherwise, it keeps checking again if an invalid answer was entered. So here I want numbers between 1 and 10, and I want to know which of the numbers are over 7. So I have 3 variables here. I have numbers over 7, 0 at the moment. I have count, which is the number of times we want valid answers. And then I have numbers, which is going to collect all the numbers that were entered. So we ask for a counting number, no more than 10. And right away in the forever loop, we check, is it greater than 10? If it is, we re-ask the question, trying to clarify. And then we jump in and make sure the counter is not over 5 yet, because once it's 5 or over, we want to stop the script, because we only want 5 valid inputs. And then here, this if then first, this next if then else here is just saying if numbers is currently empty, then that means this is the first number. After that, if it's not empty, that means we're gonna do this cute little trick here, where we're gonna take numbers and we're gonna set it to whatever it was, and we're gonna append a comma and then the new answer. So that's kind of like what we do down here, where we change numbers over 7 by 1, but that's addition. Here I want to add information, comma, and then a new answer. So to do that, I have to use set, and I reset the variable to what it was and what I want to append to it. And here I'm adding it to the right side of it. Similarly, you could add stuff to the left side by just switching the join. Then we check to see if we increase the count, check to see if the number's over 7 or not. And then in the final else here, that's what happens when we finally hit 5. That's when we want to stop. So when we hit 5, we jump to the last else here. And then one more time, we add that to the list of numbers. We check to see if it's greater than 7. If it is, we increase numbers over 7, and then we state the final answer. Let's see if this works. So count is 1, numbers over 7 is 0, and the list of numbers is blank. And I'm just going to enter 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3. And you can see numbers is increasing each time. 4, 5. No numbers were over 7, and I kept track of the input. Let's run it again with some other numbers like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All valid numbers. 3 of them are over 7. Let's try some invalid numbers, like 1, that's valid, but 11 should not be recorded, and we get the new message, the number needs to be a positive counting number, no more than 10, please try again. And suppose they try again and they get it wrong, like 12, I'm not going to record the number because it's not valid, and I'm going to say, hey, come on. Valid number gets recorded. Invalid numbers like 55 will not get recorded. If you wanted to keep track of all of the numbers, then you would just add to the section which checks for invalid numbers. That would be this top if. You could add a statement similar to this one right here up there. Maybe you're going to collect all numbers, valid or invalid. Maybe you'd have a variable for valid numbers and another variable for invalid numbers. Lots of ways to do this. It's helpful when you're troubleshooting to see if your script's running the way you think it should by keeping track of the input, making sure you have the right values in the right places. Hope this was helpful. Adios.